Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. That's right, getting better with the intro here. I just woke up. It's probably like 10 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up like a half hour ago. Took the doggos for a walk, made myself some tea, and here we are. Today's very exciting because tonight is a full moon. But I figured I'd just make a video this week about some full moon magic and some full moon rituals that I like to do. For starters today, took the dogs, like I said, for a walk. We just went on an extra long walk and picked some flowers. So I picked some of these. These are considered periwinkle. It's I think the actual word is like Carathanus roseus, I think is how you pronounce that. Technically it's considered a poison if eaten, but they also hold a lot of nice properties like for love, prosperity, strength, and stuff like that. So I picked some of those. I'll probably make a bundle so that I can try them. Today I plan on doing some, like I said, some fun activities in regards to the Libra moon. I'm finally gonna paint my nails and do some more, self-care stuff. Good morning, and let's get started. Just like every other day, I start my mornings with a quick yoga session. So not really like too full moony, but now I'm going to get ready. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have anywhere to go. The shelter in place is still going on, so I don't want to go anywhere. But I do want to feel beautiful and feel confident, and a lot of that is, brushing my hair, straightening my hair, putting on some light makeup, and continuing to do what I have to do for the rest of the day in some nice beauty aesthetic. Before we do that, just wanted to go into a few details. So tonight's full moon, it's our second supermoon of the year. Our first was in February, and this one's actually the closest proximity to Earth. It's called the pink moon. It gets that name because this is the start of the spring, and it's supposed to represent all of the pink flowers that are in bloom, both in gardens and trees and stuff. A lot of these names for these moons actually come from trying to track the seasons, so it won't actually appear pink, but that's the same, and I think that's funny just because I picked these pink flowers today. And as I said earlier too, it's also in Libra. Libra's a good sign for balance and friendship. It's associated with the element of air, which works with projective energy. Some rituals that are really good to perform, especially with the element of air, would be for like travel, freedom, knowledge, and don't we want all of that right now? Some of the herbs associated with air too are flowers, so again, pretty great that I was able to pick those flowers this morning. And again, the element of air is associated with spring, so it fits with the Libra and the pink moon. Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, which is a very feminine planet, which associates a lot with beauty, fashion, and arts. A lot of why, again, I'm getting ready today, making myself feel nice. I'm probably going to do some arts and crafty things. Okay, so now that the glamour is all done, I'm feeling nice. I wanted to go over some other things that you can do for the full moon that aren't really like witch-based or magic-based, if you feel uncomfortable with any of those things, because there's a lot of ways that you could actually collaborate with the energy from the moon that don't involve, herbs, crystals, and stuff like that. So one of the things you can do is join a Justice League. The symbol for Libra is the scales of justice, so it's perfect timing to get involved in some social causes. I personally reached out to H.A.L.O, which is a non-profit, non-kill animal shelter here in Florida. We're working together with my art to paint pictures of dogs, which you can see I clearly love doing. Another thing you can do is define your relationships. This could be with friends, family, co-workers, loved ones, your partner. The Libra moon really provides you with that ability to have those conversations peacefully, come to a win-win scenario without the anxiety, fear, or anger that could come out throughout those conversations. So it's a good time to try to find where you are, find where you're going, and have those conversations peacefully. Another thing you could do is attract your opposite. That again could be with friends, it could be with a loved one or a partner, a soulmate, if you will. I know it's pretty difficult to attract really anything right now because of the social distancing and the quarantine that we're under. I've done this via YouTube and via the internet. I find a lot of people, especially in witchcraft, because everybody's craft is totally different, that practice things differently or practice things in the opposite way as I do. A lot of my information comes from these witches, or I like to call them fairy godmothers. They give me a lot of advice, and they show me a lot of things that I wouldn't normally deal with on my own. Like, I don't work with deities, I don't have a religion like Wicca or paganism that I follow, but it's very interesting to learn about, and some of these women, men even, that I speak to about these things are pretty incredible, pretty sweet, and it's a really awesome thing to connect with somebody, especially in this time where you feel as though you can't leave your house and you can't meet people. Reach out, get online, get out of your comfort zone, and look into something different than what you normally do. Another thing you do, which is one of my favorite things, is wearing your heart and your art on your sleeve. Meaning that, again, collaborating with the Libra moon, Venus, fashion, art, beauty, really dive into those things. Get creative, get that tattoo you always wanted, or start drawing it, or just draw in general. Dye your hair pink. You're in quarantine, why not? Dye your hair some fun colors. But yeah, really get creative and do things that make you feel good and are fun. Another thing you can do with the collaboration of the moon is really practice peaceful communication with one another, with your family members, friends, bosses, coworkers. A lot of this could be like an anger management thing, or really just separating that power struggle and coming to a common ground of, you know, how you treat people, how you speak to people. Really try to hone in on that, and just if you feel as though you're a little nastier than usual, or you're stressed, especially with, again, everything going on, really try to take a step back and think about the way that you speak to people, or change the way that you speak to people if you wouldn't want to be spoken to that way. And lastly, but most importantly, and most associated with most full moons, is balance. Find that balance in your life. Again, with everything going on, there's a lot of things. Diet, your home life, your work life, a lot of things that have changed. So find that balance, sit down. I personally like to make lists of like things that I want to have done or that I want to do, like from the new moon to the full moon, or from the full moon to the new moon. I like to do it that way just so that every time there is a new moon or a full moon, I'm able to look back and reflect, and then maybe change the way that I do things, or change my goals. Looking at it and finding a new way to balance my life and decide what is more important and what I do want to focus on. So those are just some tips. Like I said, a lot of my rituals today aren't going to be entirely magic and witchcraft or herbs and crystals and stuff. For example, what you just saw, my beauty routine, that's something people do every day, and you can change it simply by just adding an intention. By getting your makeup done or doing your makeup yourself, looking in the mirror and really setting that intention for the day. Maybe think about your list of the things that you want to get done for that day or for that week or for that month, whatever goals you want to set. But set an intention, put your makeup on, make yourself feel nice, and honestly, that's magic in itself. After your face is all pretty, I mean, look at, you could see the change in confidence in this video versus the one from when I woke up. Maybe not so much confidence, but like, I don't know. People are also very chatty during the full moon, so don't mind me. Okay, so one of the things that I'm going to be doing is making a new money jar. I used to have this plate, and I had this big candle on it as well, and I've been doing that since the new moon. So now that it's a full moon, I'm going to do a new one. So in this new one, I'm just going to put it all in this orange jar. Orange is a nice color to bring in, like, you know, wealth and happiness and protection. So, an orange jar. I've got all these green, like, glass emerald things. Like, you can buy these at, like, literally Dollar Tree. But these also are really good for attracting wealth and prosperity and success. Also helps with, like, healing and protection. So, got a bunch of these. I've got a bunch of loose change also. I put these in when I first made this plate, but also like throughout the couple of weeks that I've had it out on the table, I've been throwing change onto it or taking change off of it. So I'm just gonna use that same change also. Got a couple singles going, 3. Also 3 cinnamon sticks. These also help attract wealth, money. That's what we're doing, we're making a money jar. And protection, and they also help like speed up your intentions or create the path for your intentions, so got those. And then 3 just unique coins, they're just like the gold dollars. 3 of those. Yeah, so that's all I use, and that's how I make my money jar. So I just like toss this little tea light candle on top because I'm just gonna light it this one time, set my intention, and then once it goes out, I'm gonna throw it away instead of having like these little nubs like I have from the really long ones. So yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick, and then my money jar is all finished. Okay, so now that my money jar is done, I got a nice little like meditation, nice boost of energy, you know, going. I'm also gonna clean off and cleanse this plate that I was originally using for my money plate earlier, and use this to put all my crystals on and like all the stuff that I'm gonna leave out during the full moon to charge, cause you can do that. So what I usually do before I do any kind of like ritual work, even like before I did my money jar and things, I write everything down. I write down what all of my intentions are for all the things, especially today since I have a busy, fun day of things planned. I write down all my intentions for all those things, and then I look up or look into all the ingredients, whether through my own grimoire or other books and stuff that I've read. So a lot of things I'm going to be working on tonight are going to be based for like money, prosperity, success, a lot of the new endeavors that I'm getting into, like with painting and with paddleboarding events and yoga events, and trying to get into YouTube and stuff like that. I really want to bring in that energy to really help me succeed and feel confident in all of these things. Another intention that I have for tonight is health and healing, not only for myself and my family, but for everybody, for my loved ones, friends, family, dogs, pets, the chimps that I work with. Everybody's really going through it right now, especially with the virus going around. So I want to set some good intentions there and really help bring some of the energy that I'm pulling from the full moon and use it to dispense it out so that everybody can feel that same healing power. Another intention that I have is, you know, like I was talking about with Venus, some beauty and some self-love and some self-care, confidence, and bringing some of that in. So yeah, with this full moon, it's the perfect time to bring in that kind of energy. So that's one of my intentions for tonight. Another intention that I have is for anxiety and depression and just my overall mental health. That also falls in line with like beauty and self-love and self-care, but I really wanted to focus that as an intention as well. And finally, blessing and protection. A lot of people like to cleanse their houses during the full moon. For me personally, especially because I've got a lot of energy in the house that I want to keep, so I don't want to completely cleanse my space, but I do want to protect it and bless it and make sure that it's ready for all the new stuff that we'll be doing tonight. On my list of fun things to do, now that we've done now that I've finished my money jar. Oh, and I painted my nails earlier for the pink moon. So now I wanted to dry some of those flowers that I picked, and also dry some oranges. Oranges are good for like attracting a lot of the things that I'm looking for, so like money and wealth and prosperity and success, and also help bless your space. So I'm going to dry some of them, maybe add some herbs to them as well, and then hang them over my little altar area. It's going to be really pretty. I'm going to gather all the things that I want to place under the full moon to be charged tonight and put it on this plate like I mentioned earlier. Then I'm going to prep a candle, basically by just like drawing on it and adding some herbs and stuff to that as well. And I want to prep a bath. I'm so excited to bathe under this full moon. I have bought like all these different like salts and stuff that you can put in your bath that make you feel great, so I'm really looking forward to that one. I'll probably put a face mask on for that and light my candle and be nice and relaxed in the water and do some more meditation and manifestation. Grab all my things that I left under the moon, bring them back in, and then go to bed for the night and wake up feeling great. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get started on drying the herbs and the oranges, and yeah, here we go. Okay, so I gathered all my things and then set them outside, and also baked cookies. Also finished my little garland, dried oranges on a star. So yeah, it looks great. All above my altar and stuff. I went ahead and prepped my candle and my bath stuff and little jars. I got these jars from Hobby Lobby. One of them is for a necklace and the other one I'm going to seal with the candle wax. The herbs I'm using for the bath. Okay, so that's it for this week's video. I'm gonna go marinate in the bath and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.